No, what time is she going to finish?
Now,
I will text her what time you want to
The thing is that
finish.
there's this conference that's going on. I actually presented yesterday, and there's some interesting lectures that I want to hear.
Okay.
And one of them starts. He's the second on the panel, so it will be around 11:25 probably when he starts.
So I'll tell her 11:20.
Yeah. Okay,
Perfect.
that would be great. Thank you. Yeah. How are you? Yeah. Okay. So, is this working? I don't think so. Why is it here?
It's my old stuff.
So you need to clear your old stuff away from all of this. You need clarity in your folder so you could have clarity in your head. And okay, let's do this. Are you tuned? Well,
Let's better check that.
check the one more time. Oh, it's not finding it. Are you listening how you're connecting the low note, the low melodic note to the high melodic note? That's what I thought. So what are you listening? Ooh, that's not a good answer. So you're just kind of going through the motions. That's the whole thing. That's not fun. You have to have something that you enjoy while playing. It's, there's a lot of tedious stuff, but eventually we get to the part that we love playing, and that's why we're here. So for me, playing through this, I enjoy the gesture of connecting these two guys. So I have to prepare beautifully the first one, which is always in conjunction with the long note here. But then I really listen how I'm getting to this thing, because this is the most joyous, this is the best part of the entire etude. And every time you come to this, that's what you want to be really gloriously prepared. This is where also that movement with the bow to a higher sound point for the high string needs to happen. No, don't start a high sound point on the low strings. You need to get to the high sound point. No, Ella, you're not understanding what I'm saying. So the high sound point is here. So for the E string, you want to be at the high sound point. For the low strings, you're away from it. So this is the journey that you need to do. And the connection, just needs to happen right to that. Yes, so fine. So it's like, the chord opens up like a geode. about some vibrato on the top note as well? Yeah, that last one was pretty good. The first three you played, I don't think so. Can you do them one more time so your ear is happy with what it hears? And keep that second finger kind of close when you begin, because if you go with the F here and your second finger is here, it's a good chance you're going to miss the fifth. Yes. Now prepare the two notes really well so we have nice bass from which, the yeah, this thing can really open up and sound good. That's unprepared. So again, let's make the effort to make that opening, that beauty of the etude. Yeah, but you're disconnect the yeah. It's you need to find it, Ella. You understand that you have to do some searching on every single chord that you're playing. And Ella, look, you have to love the sound toward which you're striving. This is actually a very satisfying etude to play with this kind of chord thing that happens on every down bow, and you suddenly produce this mountain of sound on it. You have to love and go for that. If you just oh gosh, it makes me lose the will to live. If just what we're doing. Can you try one more time and really get the musical effect out of what we're doing? Stop and analyze. How do you think you did? Yeah, what bothers my ears is that, so I'm showing you the two notes and then I'm showing you the top note. So instead of this thing really kind of spilling into the high note, there's So if I were you and I was playing this and I wanted to really love what I'm doing, I would do everything possible to connect those the double stop to the single stop in a much more satisfying way. Because on the violin, if you've got the feel and the skills to do that, connecting like this on string crossings is just the most satisfying thing about playing the instrument. It's beginning to get there, but it's not there yet. Ah. Okay, now, would you please not play it like you're a dead man there, but so. That was a really nice disconnect there. So again, and check your sound point on the E string. Can we get rid of this pollution? Ah. You know, if you cannot get yourself excited about the music that you play, you know, beyond what I've already shown you on this, I don't know what else to do. Do you know how they started with the artificial intelligence? What were the first things? And it was like 20 years ago. I was, you know, in Italy, and I was talking to somebody, and they were talking about training those mechanical. Well, they had electronic, you know, chips and components to them. Just very early generations robots. And those things, instead of being programmed of what exactly to do, they were programmed to learn on their own. So they, like Roombas, they will go around the room, and instead of you go left, you go right, and all that, they were the way they taught them was they had to figure out where the obstacles in the room were, and then from that they had to learn how to avoid that. Now, from the way you're learning this etude, it sounds to me like you're one of those that are programmed, go left, go right on this. You have to figure out where the obstacles are so you can move around them. Do you understand the analogy that I'm giving you with this? You have to want to hear particular results in this, and it shouldn't be me stopping you on every corner and saying go left, go right here on this. You have to understand where we're going. Otherwise, you know, I can pull you along up to a point, but believe me, I don't have the energy for that. Not anymore. Not for anybody. So you have to find that in you. Can you play like 3 lines of the etude with really producing just glorious in the chords, just effect. This is what this etude is about. You seem, you know, to be experimenting, but also to be lost. So, is there a question you want to ask me that
you feel I might be able to help you? What frustrates you right now?
Probably sound between.
How to connect? Okay. You said the word sound. Is it that you feel that the bow is not doing a good legato? Do you feel that the overlap is not in place? What exactly is it?
I don't think like the overlap is going how I want it to.
Okay. So is it in the left hand? Or is it in the bow?
So both.
Okay.
Mostly in
So
the
how about you check them one by one? So you just have to make sure that the left hand keeps the overlap and that the notes are in tune, right? Is that in place?
I don't know how to like keep my fifth finger because either the F is too high and the C is okay, or the F is.
Okay, so you start on the fifth, but as you go toward the upper pair, it's not like we go two and just you might have to let go of the third string of the D. So this is your D string. So you start here, and then you just need to make sure that you connect these two well. And it's within the context of crescendo, right? So as you crescendo, the bridge, this thing here, pulls your bow this way. Yes, that's much better. And now just make sure that you don't crush the sound on the lower pair of strings. If you need to be at a slightly higher point for that amount of pressure and that bow speed, just do the adjustment. The ear will tell you what to do. Yes, that's the idea. And now just fix the intonation. Yes. That's technically what happens, yes. So, yes. Beautiful. Yeah, not quite on that one. So yeah, but yes, that's beautiful. But then don't stop your bow as you go on the fifth. Ah, that's beautiful. On this one, we're on a different set of strings, so let's figure it out.
Add more pressure. Not pressure, but like weight, or do I?
Well, just experiment and see, because it's going to be different for you on your violin than it is for my violin. So yes, in theory, yes, you need to add more pressure and slow down the bow for the low strings. About the sound point, I don't know where exactly it will be on your strings. Yeah, it probably will be a little bit farther away from the bridge compared to the higher strings. But by how much, you have to find it. Yes, that's the idea. Yes, and again, let's not disconnect yeah. So
Should I add
yeah.
more weight on the top note instead of sort of letting it go because I already had some weight?
It's very similar to what you were doing on the previous set of strings. It's the same task. Aha. Yes.
When I do it the opposite way, because it turns into.
So what
Do
about
I
it?
do less bow on the first note?
Oh, that's always the case. On the lower note, on the thick strings, we always must do less bow, because by definition, on the lower strings we play with slower bow speed. Yes, that's so. See now. Yes. the lower note. Yes. Yes, that's beautiful. Wow. Do you understand now? You sure? Can you go on? Just make sure that just.
So when I have the 4-note chord, do I sort of separate it a little bit, or do I?
Well,
still
you do
connect
your
them?
best to kind of connect them. The whole effect is of just a really beautiful arpeggiated connected thing that you do. So save on the low strings and connect, and then really sing on the tops. That's the logic for all of it. Beautiful. Nice. Now save. Pull. Yes. Can you save a little bit more so there is more difference of the bow string? So there should be a huge difference between when you play on the low strings and when you get to the high strings. Ah, that's it, young. Yes. Yes. Now, Ella, do you understand now how to work on this stage? How long has it been since we said that this had to be memorized?
I memorized until I memorized the first 3.5 ones.
Okay, how about you add the first page at least for next time? With this understanding for just making just it's almost like a thunderbolt effect on well, no, that's a little bit too crunchy. Just I don't know, whatever image you have for something that grows out and it's big and cushy and resonant and amazing. That's what you want each chord of this to be. So now, do you understand why we're going through the pains of learning how to do that? What's the goal at the end? Are you going to play this in Carnegie Hall? What are you going to play in Carnegie Hall that involves a lot of chords, beautiful chords? So Bach. Any piece that has a bunch of chords in it, that's where we study how to make them, because always the effect has to be of that, thing growing and being big and full and amazing.
Like a tree, sort of.
Yeah, and but not like a scrawny little tree, but one that is just full and alive and with lots of leaves on it. Yeah. All right. So you have 2 H's, right? What's the other one?
The 36.
Okay. Can I hear that as well?
Yeah. I don't really know. Show the second page. I know this page.
Well, let's hear.
I had a question.
Yes.
On the fortes, do you want me to really accent them?
Oh yeah, you pull a lot of bongos. So really strong and really weak. It's the contrasts that we're really working out in this. all of the strokes. These don't have dots on them, so this would be, yeah. Now, how many tempos do you have?
Like 4.
Can we do it in one tempo? And I'm okay if it's with the slower tempo. As a matter of fact, I really like the in earnest clarity and I like high quality things. I don't like things that are broken and chipped and cheap and badly made and all that. So make it high quality, luxury item here.
Do we start over?
Uh-huh. That's much better. Now, Ella, I still don't get the sense of enjoyment from you. And what your mother was talking about earlier, with you just playing through things at home. It's good that you're doing this, but it's such an amazing and privileged thing that we do, playing the violin and playing this music. Do you know how many generations of humans it took to first of all come up with the idea of a refined musical box like this that resonates like this, and then the generations of people to figure out how to write music, how to put sound together, how to come up with this organization of intervals of different pitches and so on. We really are standing on the shoulders of giants, many of them. And when you play something like this, okay, I understand. I was a child too, and I had to practice these things, and I didn't understand any of that. But today, with the understanding of what we are doing, I actually get goosebumps thinking about what an incredible privilege it is every time when you actually put the bow to the strings. Think about the hundreds of hours it took to make your instrument, or the hours it took to make your bow. Just that, because these are handmade objects by craftsmen, and you have the privilege of using those. And again, it's not some crappy violin like baby toys and so on. These are very, very specialized, incredibly refined tools that you're working with. And so the moment you touch them and you make them come to life, that's so special and amazing. So can you make sure that every time you do something with them, you put them to the maximum of their use? Now, when you play this etude, what is the really cool part of what you're doing? Is the double stop, isn't it? That's the heavy part, the forte part on this.
Yeah,
so
sort of
what
like
what
a
can
melody of scales, but instead of having like ba, 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 ba,
with the drone, it's so cool because you have that high drone going on with that, and this sonority of the full interval is so nice. Now, can you add, let's say, some vibrato, just anything to make it fuller and more resonant and more fun? And again, just to justify the hours that the makers of those things put together into this, and not to mention the people who came up with the idea originally. Okay, so I know that the 40, yes, they disappeared there. What does segue mean?
Same. So I have to.
Yeah, you have to keep doing the same thing. And the thing is that you have to program yourself to really want to hear just very vibrant, full interval on the beat. And then the thing that bounces off it,
So
the one.
I should like vibrate the notes that are accented more.
Oh yes. I don't care about you vibrating the other notes. Because they're kind of they're like echoes of what you've done on the double stop.
Okay.
Yes, that's very much the idea. And now, if I were you practicing, I would keep searching because this is the right idea. These are the right technical solutions to get the effect we want. Now, there was a little bit dampening from the pinky when you vibrate the double stop, and that's why they were not as resonant as we wanted. So in my practicing for this, I will be searching what can I do to make this so I really want those double intervals. I want to feel the vibration for those. I kind of feel it while I'm playing because your body is part of the instrument. When they come out of the violin, I feel them right here. So if they're not right and that's not happening, it's very unsatisfying to play the music. So can you find the joy and the fun of doing this? Practicing has to be fun. Yes. Okay, great. So now, how satisfied are you with the results? About 50%, right? It's in tune. That's already a great satisfaction to be able to hear yourself playing in tune. What keeps you from getting the double stops? Is it the left hand? Is it the right hand?
Because I'm thinking louder.
But you're getting the vibrato. With those last two times you played, the bow wasn't properly into the two strings. It wasn't exactly on the plane of the two strings when you played aloud. You're getting the vibrato. Oh my goodness, you're getting so much vibrato on those notes. That's great. Now make the bow sound them. Okay, now, what do you feel when you're playing the soft notes?
What I feel the notes should be like.
You're thinking about the next. Yeah, you should, because this is a little bit like a pouncing game. Have you seen a cat pounce? How they kind of wait first, and then all of a sudden they jump. But while they're sitting there, it's kind of preparing, and then suddenly they. So on the soft note, that's a little bit like that, and then you jump.
So every time it does it all stop, you just imagine cat just.
Well, yeah. If I mean, for me, that's a very trigger-ready image. So it's easy for this, but I also feel because the soft notes is kind of passive note, and then the active one has to be really like a cat bouncing on something. Let's do from the top one more time. With that idea in mind, I want you to practice through the etude, and again, try to have fun while you're playing this. I'm purposefully at this point selecting etudes that are musically fun also to play. So try to find those things. Do you like the image of cat bouncing on something when you play? Yeah. So just translate it into what you're doing. All right. So the assignment is to have fun while practicing, not just doing. That's not good mindset for playing music. Now, can I hear your scherzo tarantella? Ella, what do we have any solo Bach also that you're supposed to start working on?
Oh, I haven't started working on it yet, but I'm doing I think the partita.
Partita number 3, E major.
Yes.
The prelude, is that what we're?
I think only the first.
So far, we will play much more than just the first movement, but you need to start working on that as well. So, and I'm making a list here. Have we talked about anything else? Okay. I'm ready. You might as well go to starting tune. Yes, you've got all the time in the world to prepare. How about a little bit lower beat while we're doing that? Well, I don't want to hear, you kind of trying out things. I want to hear you play the piece. No. I don't want to hear you trying out things. You need to just focus and play. Start in forte and just go.
Thank you.
Okay, now you have the bird's eye view of the piece, right? Because you can play from beginning to end. Now, when your mom was saying earlier today that you just play through, is that how you practice it at home?
I don't usually practice this like that. I usually like do the parts that I'm not really good at, but I obviously do them well.
Well, you need to play through because you have to have a pretty good idea how all of this fits together, and you have to also develop the stamina to play through it. Okay, so that's good that you're able to do this. Now, I want you to play through the piece every day, but at the same time, I want you to also spend time on refining the individual sections.
Okay.
Now, are you trying to have fun with individual sections?
I'm not specifically like trying to have fun. I'm just like trying to make it fun, I guess.
But you haven't done that yet, right?
Yeah.
You've been, yeah. Do you like the piece?
Yeah.
You do, sort of. It's only sort of. You have to love it. Everything you play, you have to love. Otherwise, when we listen to you play, we know that something is not right if you don't love the piece. And it just is a fun little piece to be playing. Okay, so you have to find the things that bring you joy while we play that. So let's talk about the opening of it. What brings you joy when you play this, or if you're not at that level yet, what do you think should be giving you joy while playing this?
The different sound that you can produce, and like the staccato and the slurs.
To me, it's just it's almost like your bow is on a string, on a spring, yatara, tatara, 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 just kind of thing. It's very virtuosic, and it's also very fun to do. So I've never performed the piece. I've studied it and not enough to be able to even show you adequately things here. But if I have to be preparing it for a performance, that's the first thing that I'll try to get right in this. The sense of fun for just on a spring bowing on this. Can you give it a try? Come on, you're not giving me enough. Okay, that's already a whole lot better because you're so much more alive playing this. So you need to find things that are fun. Now, if this is not fun enough for you, you need to find something else that's more fun. Maybe going for a bigger dynamic arch as you're playing this. I don't know. I would go for that. Yeah, that was better. And now here on the spiccato part, how can we make it fun? What can you show off on the spiccato that, oh my goodness, you can do this really? Okay, now if I were you, I would work out the shifts because right now
I
my
sort of
shifts are kind
shift
of
when I-
slow. Yes, so they have to be better timed and quicker. This is such a brilliant moment here. Show off that you can do it right. Wow, yes, just all is about showing off on this. Now, do you mind? Da, 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 da. Can you show off that you can do that? Yeah, and Ella,
Sort
can
of
you
shift
stay
when
closer? Yeah, can you stay closer to the thing? Now, the students who came from Mississippi last week, they specifically requested an extra session on the orchestral excerpts, and they played Schumann Scherzo for me, which, it's not in triplets, it's in sixteens, but it has exactly the same problem of the spiccato staying closer to the string, and with the spiccato anticipating the string crossings. To me, it feels that you're doing both, being too far from the string, and then instead of getting out of the stroke to prepare for the next string on which you're playing, you're waiting to be timed to play on the next string. So can you stay closer to the string and anticipate the string crossings better? Yes, and this also has to be hooked with very quick shifting. Now, in the slow tempo, your shifting was fantastic. Everything needs to speed up at the same rate. Okay, what will help you here is knowing in which part of the beat your first shift is.
Down. Wait, no, it's on the upbeat.
Is it that beat or is it
it's on the first beat, but it's in the middle of the.
That's what you have to feel. That's where you're late. Yeah, and now stay closer to the string so it's not so clunky in the bow. That's excellent. Keep going. The next one is also on this. Yeah, so that's the same. And it's a much bigger shift. So yeah, pa 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 pa. Yes, that's better. Again, stay closer to the string because if you get too far from the string, we start hearing the down, up, but we're in triplets. And do you see how down, up is a problem in triplets?
Yeah,
So
because
we won't hear the meter.
So do I accent the first and like bam, bam, bam?
You need to feel it that way. You don't actually have to. You might want to practice it that way. So to make sure that it's not down, up, but yeah, pa 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 pa. Ultimately, though, it needs to be without accents. That's much better. Now, can we keep on going? So again, with a sense of fun. Yeah, and then now again, this is a show-off moment. Can you use more bow, deeper in the string, more virtuosity? don't stop so much in between G's. So can you just not stop? Keep the sound going and just really lunge into. You can get into it, so you will be playing in the right key. But then yada da 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 da, really sustain through those and very vigorous on those slurs. Yes, and then again shift. Yes, the shift has to anticipate it. Da 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 da. Good, good. But it's on the lower strings. Now, do you plan on doing a diminuendo on the lower strings?
No,
Now, why is it happening?
I don't know.
That's the nature of the instrument. So, if we don't want to have a diminuendo, you have to think crescendo. And on the lower strings, do you think you should be using faster bow or slower bow? And what about the weight? Much heavier, so you really have to dig into the string for that. Yeah. Yeah, and Ella, can you be now that you know the notes, da 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 da, just like a fury on those. Yes, that's the idea for that. Now, can you put it in context? Better. That's so much better. And now from what comes before. Yeah. Yeah, you've got such fast fingers. You can manage that. So and stay deep in the string. Yes, very virtuosic show off. What was that? Dum pa-da-da-da. Go on. So not too far from the string. Yes.
My bow, when I did that, it sort of went.
Well, don't let it. So it's maybe you're using too much upper arm, and maybe you're playing it also too close to the frog. So
Oh.
now the major here. Yeah. No, I love the tempo, but the major has to sound like major and not like a mistake. Are you aware that on the G string your B naturals are a little bit on the flat side? Yeah. So now can we get into that major and do you see largament?
Yeah.
Do you know what it means?
Sounds like Largamente, but
or largamon, I guess that's what it will be in French. So yes, it needs to expand a little bit because it's so kind of robust with those chords and especially in the major you really have to celebrate. So for example, all that stuff that we did on the etudes, it's applicable here. Yes. 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 passage right here. So you know you have to be like a wasp on that, going with so much determination and you have it practically has to sound annoying with that drone, that open G. Yeah. Can we do one more time the largament? And by the way, does the phrase begin on the downbeat or does it start in the middle of the bar?
It's I think it's an illusion.
Yes, it is an illusion, exactly. So at the same time, though, if the middle of the bar comes in too soon, something about this.
Does it make it feel rushed?
Right. You need to take just a bit of time in the middle of the bar. So yeah. So I would say it starts from from yeah. I would start there. I would start with an elbow. And deep into the string, and sustain. Yes, sustain. Yes, that's the idea. Let's try again. It feels very rushed to me because it goes by so quickly that it doesn't really register that it suddenly is a major. It sounds like a mistake. So it needs that kind of
Do I spend
setting.
more time on the bottom notes?
Well, yeah. Just to give enough time for the ear to process that something different gear shift is happening there. Okay, so you have to work this out. Yeah, now Ella, I don't understand why you're staying up in the positions you need. Now, it's the string crossings that are really, really tripping you here. So the solution is instead of staying in position, yeah, you need to go down on the E string. So you shouldn't have any string crossings until here. Yes, that's the solution for this passage.
Okay.
Now, can you do string closer to the string because it's tripping? No. Where is it? Yeah, pop, 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 pop. Yes. Yeah. So for that one, just yeah, you might have to be more on the E side of the. Yes, you with the left hand you have to be on the E side of the fingerboard. Right, for it to sound clean. Now the next section. Why are you starting it in such a stuck fashion? I just sit here and I just kind of want to wind the string and spring and get you to move quicker on this. It needs, it's a song. It needs
So
to
this
sing.
is like not so there's like a different movement. So it's like
No, it's not that fast as you just sang, but
yeah.
da ya da 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 da. It has to feel natural and it has to be at the right tempo so you can actually sing it with the bow. Yeah, and get the vibrato start right away, so be ready. Oh, ya da da. Now, Ella, it feels also that there are places where the leverage is missing as you're playing. It's like free fall with the bow, just toward the ends of bows. This is happening. So can you keep sustaining on this? Even though it's in piano, you have to sustain. So it's all little. Again, I don't know the rest, but so it really needs to sustain throughout the bow. What is the issue with the start
I
of this?
sort of went into it instead of just starting it.
And now, can you analyze what the ear heard? What happened to the sound when
It's
you
like sort
started?
of a seasick, like
It was sagging. Did you hear the pitch not being in place, even though your left hand was in place? So what is that an indication of?
I'm not being too close.
The bow is too heavy for the sound point on which it is. So what is the solution?
I can either move sound points or have less pressure.
Right. So which one are you going to do?
Move sound.
Okay. Okay, now this sound it really stuck to me in the second half of the phrase. Can you unstuck it? So you really have to say bow for that long up bow when you're in the stratosphere on the D string. Now save. Sing again. Ella, do you really want da da da? So long notes, sing through them. But I still hear those long diminuendos on your down bows. So you need to sustain the bow and vibrate through on those notes. Yes. Thread the bow through the string to the end. Yeah. Now diminuendo. And now. Yeah. So what is happening here? What is that? This is like figuration. It's an ornamentation of what you have just played. So this has to be with so much sense of fun and so much sense of mystery also. You're going. It is not an age of it needs to engage us because it's such a cool line.
I need to save.
Okay, so now Ella, I need to get to the presentation in just a moment. So look, for some of this, you probably need me to kind of yank you out of playing an etude for this. But I want it to come from you because practicing after you have learned the notes at the level at which you have already has to become just incredibly fun thing to do on a showpiece like this. So you need to find it for yourself.
So do I need to like add more emotion? But then what if like I add like too much? Do I just like sort of?
Well, then I'll tell you that it's too much. You know, when I was your age, I used to come up with tales and stories about the pieces that I was playing, which made it because it always made me try to express something more and have a good time with it.
I mean, I heard from my old violin teacher who asked someone after they performed like what they thought of this one part of the piece. They
Yeah.
thought opening to a big meadow, and I like thinking.
Yeah, so anything like this, because it's such an abstract world that we enter when we play music, and if you want to convey something to the audience, you need to have something that you really feel and you really enjoy. So try to find those things that move you. They have to be very strong emotions. It just has to be your happy place when you go and just you can't go like I'm a factory worker now and I have to sit here and crank notes. No, because this is an incredible privilege what we do. Okay.
Well, thank you. Fiddle Faddle was really fun.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad that you enjoyed that. What was your favorite part?
Probably the Greek, honestly.
Great.
Yeah.
Actually, for me too. I thought.
I mean, I wasn't very good at the runs because I sort of like needed to practice them a little bit more, but it's fine, I guess.
Well, but this is just the beginning. It gives you a perspective, and you know how things work.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely.